Ladies and gentlemen, your host for the evening, Kente Scott!
Comedy Cafe, what's up? We back again. Y'all tuned in again. We are here again. I'm your host, Kente Scott. This is the Comedy Cafe. We bringing these jokes to you virtually from live in the Tabernacle, bringing it to your spot. So be ready to get down with all this funny. Look, before I get to the comedy, share this with your friends. Have watch parties. Let people know comedy is the best medicine. This is great. So you share with as many people. Let them know pandemic is not stopping the Comedy Cafe. We're going to bring this comedy to you. We coming. Oh, man, I just got back from Houston, Texas. I went to Houston, Texas. My grandmother turned 102 years old, so the whole family came out there to visit her for her birthday. Now, I'm in L.A. Now, L.A., California, and L.A. specifically is doing the quarantine still. Like, we still in quarantine. Like, we can go some places, but you can't go everywhere. Like, the gyms ain't open, church is still not open. It's different. Down south, they wide open. Like, down south is open. Like, they got they broke the tape, like they broke the seal, and everybody out now. Like, I don't know what happened, but they are out there. Went to Houston, Texas. You don't have to wear masks down there. Like, I felt weird. Like, black folks was out, like just hanging out, like there was no COVID. This is how out they was. Black folks was out like they found the cure for COVID in Hennessy and hookah. That's how out they were. They was hanging out. Black folks down south was out like their grandmama gave everybody a spoonful of tussin and was like, take this, you fine, baby. Go on, take this tussin. You gonna be all right. That's how out they was. They was out so much, I was nervous. Now, I'm not scared of the COVID. I'm not one of them folks that be like, hey, you can't go nowhere. But they was too open with it. I was like, well, when did y'all get out? And they was like, yesterday. I was like, this is not Juneteenth. Y'all act like they just gave you your freedom papers and y'all back out in the club. And they in the club like this, like they in here like this, like they in there like that. Like, it was a lady tried to dance up on me. I was like, oh, back up. I don't know you like that. Give me 50 feet. My grandmama was out. I went over to my grandmama's house. She ain't got no mask on. I was like, grandmama, you ain't wearing no mask? She's like, baby, I'm 102. Anyway, I check up out of here at this point. It's just me going to see Jesus. I said, okay, good point. Shoot, but it was crazy because they had rules still. Like, you had to wear a mask, but you only had to wear a mask if you were going into an establishment. Once you got inside the restaurant, you could take your mask off. Like, wait, what is this? Don't make no sense. So COVID stop at the door? Is COVID outside? COVID is outside, but not inside. What? COVID don't have no reservation for the turkey hut? This don't make no sense. But they were hanging, and so I got back, and I was nervous because, you know, I don't want to catch it, but I also don't want to catch that COVID bill. Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but if you go to the hospital and get, you know, because you've been sick, if you have to be in ICU. I had a friend of mine who was in ICU for 3.5 weeks, and he got a bill for $650,000. I was like, no. That's way too much. COVID is way too expensive. I can't afford COVID on my plan. The way my Kaiser is set up, I can't afford this COVID right now. And they were like, well, Kaiser took care of 80% of it. So I was like, you still got to pay $135,000. That's a law degree with no diploma. I'm gonna need some paperwork. You're gonna give me a USC education. I'm gonna at least need a shingle or something. I'm gonna need a jersey, a hat or something, please. You know, so I don't want that. So I went and I took the COVID test. And I don't know if y'all have had that. A lot of people have been going to, like, Hollywood is open back up, and they've had to take COVID tests. I haven't been blessed to be on a show yet. Shout out, hook your boy up. I'm still funny. I'm a great actor. Look at my resume. Check it out. IMDb me is what I'm saying. But my point is, I took a COVID test, and it was my first one. And this is what I say. All COVID tests ain't made the same. Like, they do the same thing, but it's different. Like, I took a free test. Like, the LA County is offering free tests. So I went to Exposition Park, and I pulled up. I said, let me get a test. He was like, first of all, when you pull up, they tell you to roll your windows up. And I was like, why? And they were like, because we don't want to catch it. I was like, how you know I got it? This is what the test is for. That's rude. I feel like you're prejudging me. I feel like you're prejudging me. So they give you the test. And I said, okay, so I need to lean my seat back? He's like, yeah, lean your seat back. I said, all right, well, how you going to get your fingers through the window? He said, crack it this much. I said, you got some fat fingers, sir. I don't think that's going to make it. He said, no, 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 no. I'm not giving you the test. You're going to get a test to yourself. I said, wait a minute. So I drove all the way down here to have give myself the test. Well, I feel like I'm fine. I don't really need to do this. It's ridiculous. But I did it anyway. I took it. He said, you got to take the swab. I don't know if y'all done this. And you got to stick it up your nose till it's uncomfortable. Now, I don't want y'all judging me, but I have picked my nose at plenty of times, so I do know where uncomfortable starts for me. Now, uncomfortable for me might not necessarily be uncomfortable for you. Some of y'all do stuff differently with your noses. But I put the thing up there, and I stopped right there. He's like, nah, that ain't far enough. I was like, how you know? He said, because I don't feel like it's far enough in your nose. I said, well, then you should have did this, sir, because I feel like it's far enough. He's like, you got to keep going. So I kept going. He said, keep going. So I kept going, and my eyes start watering. Like I feel like I tapped a memory because I forgot what I did in 3rd grade for a second. And he said, yeah, right there. Now twirl it around and count 10 seconds. So at this point, my eyes are watering. I'm losing brain cells. So I start counting fast. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's like, no, you got to put some Mississippis in there. I said, say what? He said, you got to put a Mississippi in between each number, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I said, first of all, as long as you give me these instructions, I feel like it's been 10 seconds. That's not the point. Twirl it around. So I said, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. He said, that's too fast. I'm going to count for you. He's like, 1, 2. I said, you're going to have to speed up or I'm not going to remember anything I did past 3 weeks ago, sir. So I did 1. And then he said, okay, now take that swab out of that nostril and put it in your other nostril and do the same thing. I said, wait a minute. You want me to take the same Q-tip and put it in the other nostril? He said, yeah. I said, but what if I only have COVID in my right nostril and don't have it in my left nostril yet? Now I'm going to fool around and contaminate myself. Y'all playing games. He's like, no, sir, that's not how it works. I was like, how you know? How you know? Y'all just figuring this stuff out. I said, but I'm going to do it because I want to get out of here and at least remember what I did on my high school graduation. So I took the other one, did it on the other side, and they put it back in your thing. And they say, now here, they gave you an email, and they say, we're going to email you your answers. Don't go nowhere for the next 48 to 72 hours. When I tell you, I don't really get scared about a lot of stuff, but I took an HIV test back in the day, and the COVID test had me nervous like the HIV test. I was like, the COVID is the new HIV because I am nervous about these results. Like, people was calling me like, hey, man, we having a party. You want to come out? Nah, man, I'm waiting on my test results. I was waiting on my test results like I was about to get into Harvard or something. Like, I'm waiting on this letter. I'm about to come up, y'all. I'm about to come up. They sent me the test. It said it was negative. And I got the email and printed it out running down the street like I had just won the lottery. I was like, I'm negative. I ain't got nothing. I'm free. I'm good. They was like, man, there's something wrong with this brother. So I'm free of the COVID. And so I was like, cool. So I'm back doing regular stuff. I'm back here with y'all. This is what I don't get, though. I needed COVID to do one thing. I needed COVID to infect just one person. I didn't need him to infect nobody else. I feel like COVID is a dude because he's rude. But I didn't need him to infect nobody else. But he infected the person. I got excited. Y'all remember the orange dude in the White House caught the COVID. I was like, yes! If don't nothing else happen in 2020, we finally got it right. I was like, yeah. And don't get me wrong, Faithful Central, don't do me like that. I didn't want him to die, but I definitely wanted him to get real sick and be out for 3 weeks. And they'd be like, hey, he can't talk no more. I was like, cool, thank you, COVID. You did your job. You did your job. But I forgot he the president. The president got access to top-notch medical because he's the president. He's the leader of the country. Whether we like him or not, we got to at least save him, like prop him up. I was like, y'all could just have him up like Weekend at Bernie's. We didn't really trip and just have him there. But they saved his life. He came out in 3 days. Like he came out like he got COVID light. Like he had the COVID, he had the diet COVID edition. Like he didn't have the COVID with all the calories. That's how fast he got out of the hospital. I was like, this don't make no sense. And then he was like, y'all should take what I took because these medicines were phenomenal. I'm like, you're the president. You're the president of the free world. You're the president of the United States. We can't afford what you got. That's like Magic Johnson telling everybody with HIV, like, y'all take my drugs. We don't have Magic Johnson money, sir. This is stupid. We just gonna get this regular COVID and get these bills like everybody else. Y'all got the special plan. And this is what I don't get. I don't understand people that say COVID was a hoax. Like, it's still people running around. I got friends. I ran into a dude the other day. He was like, man, this whole COVID thing, this whole shutdown is a hoax. They just doing all this to keep me down. I said, oh, so you're saying the entire world got together, all the governments in the world said at some point this year, we're going to shut down our economy just so you can't be assistant manager at Wingstop? If you don't get out of here, you don't get out of here. Your non-GED having self kept you from that promotion right there, sir. All right, Comedy Cafe, we're going to keep this party rolling. I'm going to let you know who the comics are, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Y'all ready? Say yeah. Okay, can't say yeah? Put your thumbs up. There it is. All right, Comedy Cafe, you already know. I bring my funny friends. They come on this stage, and they make you laugh in your living room, bathroom, wherever you are. They make y'all laugh there. So please, show your love. I got my homegirl coming through. She's hilarious. She's been on the Comedy Cafe before, and she has ripped the stage apart. She's back again. She's about to host a new show called Tailgate. Y'all check it out. It's called The Tailgate. Y'all check it out. Coming up. She tours all over the country. Does cruises and everything. Y'all, please show some love for my homegirl, Jalen Bishop!
What's happening? Thank you, Kente. Thank you. What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Man, this is how I like to do comedy. Nobody. Yeah. But I know y'all out there doing, I realize this is the first time that I've actually been in church since COVID. Well, I've been doing Zoom church. Y'all been doing Zoom church? Y'all doing Zoom church right now. I like Zoom church, though, because a lot of people don't like Zoom church. But Zoom church is amazing because you don't have to comb your hair or nothing. You ain't got to fight over no parking space. I don't even brush my teeth for Zoom church. I'm telling you, I love it. Your cat's probably walking across your screen right now. I love Zoom church. But I do want to go back to church because I missed one part of church. I missed the choir. Anybody else miss the choir? I missed the way the choir march in. Because, a lot of people ain't in shape no more. And you know how the choir normally march in? They be like, they be getting it, kicking high, woo, right? But now, after Zoom, you're going to have to actually come on in a little bit lower. You're going to have to slide in. And some people who ain't in shape, you just going to have to, you're going to have to two-step right on up there. I love the way my church, they come strong with it. They be marching right on step, but then right when the choir gets into the choir stand, they hit it, boom, woohoo! I don't know about y'all, but that make me want to catch the spirit right there, boy. When they get it in sync, boom, I'll be like, oh, woo, if this was a wig, I've been done thrown it at somebody. Love it. Like, I always wanted to be in the choir. Anybody else wanted to be in the choir? I wanted to be in the choir until I realized you had to sing. And church people ain't like secular folk. Secular folk won't even tell you can't sing. They'll let you make an album or two, but church people, they'll let you know right away. They be like, baby, come on down for that. He said, make a joyful noise. Come on down here. Come on, sing with everybody else. Hum in the pews. And I wanted to do it so bad. And my mother's so sweet. My mother was like, you know what? All you got to do to get into the choir is play an instrument. So I played an instrument. But the instrument I played, you don't have a lot of solos in gospel music with it. My mother was like, I love y'all, but there's 7 of y'all. So whatever instrument you play had to fit in my mama purse. And I don't know about you, but when you got 7 brothers and sisters, let me tell you, my older sister, she played the tambourine. My one sister played the clarinet. I had 2 sisters that played the saxophone. They had to take turns carrying my mama purse because my mama wasn't going to carry that. My brother played the flute. Don't judge him. There was no more room in my mama purse. I played. When I came along, there was this much room in my mama purse. So I played the triangle. And like I said, there is no gospel solos for triangles. Y'all triangle haters. I see you got a nice big orchestra right here. Got some place for the guitar. Got some place for the drums. But where does triangle? Where the triangle? So when I was a kid, I remember telling my sister one Sunday morning, I said, I'm going to take mine. I'm going to play that triangle. I'm going to get that solo, right? My sister said, don't do it. Gigi's going to get you. I'm like, right? So we get to church, and the choir is just jamming, right? Church is on fire. Everybody was like, ooh. My mama was in the aisle dancing. My sister was over there on that tambourine. My brother was playing a flute. I was like, oh, I'm about to get it. I've got to get it, right? They started singing, precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on. And I hushed the choir down. I was like, my grandma was like, don't you do it. Don't you do it. I was like, it's going to be all right. Lead me on. Right at that moment, ding! Boy, I hit that triangle. Woo! Man, I didn't even know my grandma could move that fast. The whole church watched her run me around that church. And I forgot that my grandma was a gangster. And I know that some of y'all got them mean old grandma. Who got a grandma? Everybody got their grandmas, right? My grandma, Gigi, she's my great-grandma. She's 105. Gigi's a gangster. She been kicked out of 3 nursing homes. She's a gangster. Gigi don't wear nothing but a house coat. Man, I remember the summer that I found out she was that gangster. Because you remember when the kids was calling the police on their mamas? That was right around the time, right? And I had went to spend the summer with my grandma because my mom and my father had went to the Dominican Republic. I'm half Dominican and half black, right? And my mother don't spank. My mother's always dancing. She's like, ay, Mila. Don't do that. If you do something, I'm not going to cut you. No. I'm not even going to spank you. That's too barbaric. But if you do something I don't like, there's consequences. I'm going to stab you over and over and over again. Not Gigi, boy. Gigi's a whipping grandma. She didn't play that. She smacked first, then asked questions. And one night, I was doing something, I don't know what I did, but Gigi was like, now you know, you better get it. She went and spanked me, and I was so upset. I remember going outside, and you know how you be crying, you're all upset, and the snot bubble coming in and out. I was like, man, I hate this old lady. I hate this old lady. Right? I get outside, and Patrick Mahoney saw me. He said, what happened? What happened? And since he said, me, I hate this old lady. I hate this old lady. He said, well, you know what you know how to do? You got to tell on her. You should call the police on her. So you can call the police? He said, yeah, call the police. I was like, all right, I'll call the police. So I was like, I'm about to call the police on Gigi, right? He said, yeah, because when my mom hit me, she went to jail, and when she got out, she bought me a bike. I said, your mama bought you a bike? And I'm thinking I'm about to get my bike. Man, I forgot that Gigi's a gangster. Boy, I kicked open that door, poof. I was like, Gigi, you about to go to jail, old lady. You're going to be in lockdown 24 hours a day. They're going to call you number 555. You're going to prison. Gigi didn't even flinch. She was like, okay. Say that one more time. I said, you're going to jail, old lady. I'm going to prison. She said, okay. Oh, baby, why don't you say that to me one more time? Come closer. Tell me that one more time. You bound to go to jail, I'm sure. So she said, okay. 1, 2, Gigi, what are you doing?
She said, oh, baby, I'm counting. I'm finna give you a head start. Because when I catch you, baby, oh, when I catch you, I'm going to put my foot so deep in your hello and twist it twice. It's going to take Jesus and the 12 disciples to get it out.
Oh, man. And I remember they used to do you wrong all the time, man. I remember my first spanking was in church. It was by my auntie Carolyn, my dad's sister. Auntie Carolyn was cool, boy. She'd give you the rules, the kind of parent that would give you the rules before you get someplace, but she only had one rule. She'd be like, look. We finna go into church. And when we get into church, you can do what you want, have fun. That's what Jesus about. But if you do something, let me just tell you this. I got one rule. If you embarrass me, oh, I got to embarrass you. I didn't even know what embarrass was, but I knew I wanted some, right? We get into church, they start playing music. It was good. Everybody was falling out and dancing. I was like, ooh, I like this. So me and my cousins, we started, you know how you be playing, catching the Holy Ghost? I like, and then you be forgetting, you like, oh, ah. I'm playing catching the Holy Ghost, and then I got good to me. So I started pop locking. I'm pop locking for Jesus. I was like, oh, this is amazing. My auntie, I didn't even see her come out the choir stand. She was singing, yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. I didn't see it. I was too busy. I was just about to throw the wave over, and she waved me first. Slapped us like the Three Stooges. But she was so cool, she didn't even skip a beat. She just went right back into the, yes, Jesus loves me. And I was thinking, he loved you, but he could have warned me. And it was just crazy because I realized that you can't do kids like that no more. And I wish, and I know some of y'all, because we now on Zoom and stuff, and you got to be home with your baby, you didn't realize your baby was a monster. And I realized my baby is a monster. Like right now, my son is home, probably making his father want to quit parenthood right now. Oh, because I got the baddest baby in the world. Before I came in upstairs, my husband called me. He was like, babe, when you going to come home? When you going to be back? I said, are you crying? He was like, he over here picking on people. I was like, I know you are not crying. Because I'm telling you, and I don't want you guys to think my husband is soft. He is not soft. My husband is 6'6", 235 pounds. Ooh, oh, man. He's a superhero. But every superhero has a super villain. And my husband's villain is my baby boy. Oh, he is his ooh, he's just like, how everybody got a little kryptonite. My husband, he has everything. And God can't give you everything. He gives you most things. So my husband has one little flaw. And my son figured out what that flaw was. My husband stutters. And it's a cute little stutter. It's like he playing double dutch with the words. It's so cute. He be like, hey, babe, I need. So he was talking to my son the other day. We're outside in the yard, and I didn't really realize, like I said, that my son is this bad. And he told me, my son was like, he said, hey man, when I to tell you to do something. You better do it. If you don't, I'm gonna get. This is what my son said. He was like, I don't think so. I was like, this dude is a monster, right? So I started laughing, but I didn't want to really laugh at my husband's face. So I was like, and he was like, I told you he be doing this. I said, well, get him, babe, get him. Say something to him, right? So my husband says, hey, man, when I tell you to sit, when I tell you to sit, when I tell you to sit down, that's what this is how my son sat down. Like, this dude is bad. And you want to smack him. But we took smacking out the parent handbook. And I really do think we need to put smacking back in. And I know some of y'all sitting out there like, oh my God, she's talking about beating her. I'm not talking about beating nobody. I'm just talking about a good chop in the throat. Have you ever been chopped in your throat? If you get chopped in your throat, it changes your conversation. Like, one day, I just want my son to say something smart. Like, I always tell him to empty the trash, and he always says something when you got to empty the trash. I want him to be trying to empty the trash, and I just, yeah, right in the throat. Because you know once you get hit in the throat, you be like, And I think the craziest person, I don't even blame him because we got crazy people in my family. He probably got it from my daddy. My daddy is the craziest man I know. He's crazy cool. On my 18th birthday, so listen, let me tell you how cool my daddy is. On my 18th birthday, my father walked in the room. He was like, good morning, happy birthday, checkout time's at noon. That's how crazy my daddy is. My dad right now, if my dad was here and he saw all these lights, he'd go around turning off the lights. He don't care whose house he at, he will turn off the lights. And he'd be like, as soon as he came in here, he seen these lights, he'd be like, why y'all got all these lights on? You know you don't need no lights in the daytime. Turn out one of these lights. All you need is that big light right there. You don't need all these lights. And if he seen the door open, woo, he would be mad. He'd be like, close the door. Was you born in a barn? Let all the heat out. You don't need to have the door open. He used to do it all the time. Me and my sisters were laughing. I said, man, I know if anything ever happened to my father, he'd be in heaven and he'd do it in heaven. Oh, I know my father be walking down that brightly lit tunnel. Oh, he'd be happy at first. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd have made it up in here. Uh-huh. Look at that. Uh-huh. Then he realized the lights was too bright. Uh-huh. Yeah. Who got all these lights up on in here? Then as soon as he got to the pearly gates and they was sitting wide open, he'd be like, who left the door open? Oh, And he was just about to go crazy when soon as he see Jesus. And when he see Jesus, he'd be like, oh, how you doing? Oh, Jesus, how you doing? It's good to see you. Boy, I didn't think I was going to make it. But, oh, it's good to be here, Lord. But, Lord, let me holler at you for just 1 minute, Jesus. You know, you don't need all them lights. Oh, no, let the clouds illuminate their way. You don't need all these lights. Because, Lord, I can't take this for eternity. And let me ask you something, Jesus. Jesus, who left the door open? Jesus, who left the door open? You know, close the door, Jesus. Let them ring the doorbell. A little anticipation ain't killed nobody. Jesus would be looking at my father like he was crazy. And he'd be like, I know. Mm-hmm. You don't care, do you? Mm-hmm. Because this, you ain't paying for all this. Because this is your father's house. Anybody go to church know that. Anybody who don't go be like, don't he live with his daddy? And like, I really found out my father was super crazy when I worked cruise ships a lot, and I decided to take my family on a cruise with me. And that's when I found out my father was just completely shot out. Every time you go to a certain port, they make you be in at a certain time. So if you got to be in at 5, you need to be in at 5, right? So my father says a phrase all the time, that ain't what I do. I said, Dad, you want to go out and explore? He said, that ain't what I do. I said, Dad, you want to have fun? That ain't what I do. So I knew my daddy was going to be cool because that wasn't what he did, right? Me and my mama went out. Now, when we get back, they start calling people's name. Now, if they call your name, that means you ain't back on the ship. I don't know why they call your name, because you ain't back on the ship. But I think it's for everybody else to run up and see you. So I tell my mom, come on, let's go get a good spot. My mother's like, no, I don't think I should go. That's not funny. I'm not going. I said, come on, Mom. She goes, and I don't think you should go neither. I said, no, Mom, we go watch him run in. She said, no, I'm not going. It's not funny. She said, because that's your father's name. I was like, what? She was like, that's your father's name. I was like, oh, Lord, they finna leave my daddy. Right now, I'm so upset because they leaving my daddy. People are calling my father, run, you better run. You know what my dad says? That ain't what I do. Now it's like my dad is walking even slower. I'm like, Mom, you gotta do something. Mom, you gotta do something. My dad's like, I said, Mom, she said, do something. I said, they finna leave him. She goes, they about to leave him? I said, they about to leave him. She goes, wait, the whole vacation? I said, the whole vacation. She goes, the whole vacation. They gonna leave him? I said, yeah. She goes, oh, Captain, let's go, rapido. He know what time to be back. Let's go. I was like, Mom, don't do that. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak English. You speak English. I'm like, oh, man. Mom, you got to do something. People were screaming. They see my daddy running, right? And I was like, my dad run. My dad was like, that ain't what I do. Right? So now my mom says, I got it. Everybody stop screaming. Hey, I got you, Wally. My father takes off. That ain't what I do. Thank you, guys. Good night.
All right, Comedy Cafe. Yeah, show your love one more time for my funny folks, man. They are hilarious. This is what we're going to be doing for y'all every week. Comedy Cafe, the laugh train don't stop. We're trying to bring this laughter to you every week. So please follow us. Check us out on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, the church website. You know what it is. Faithful Central Comedy Cafe. I'm your host, Kente Scott. Share us with some friends. Let some friends know we bringing this laughter to y'all. In the pandemic, we making it happen. God bless y'all. Good night.